What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slash here, and we are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
And super excited.
Definitely.
I have been waiting for, let's see, 8 hours to be able to react to the song. Actually, I've been waiting longer because I knew it was actually going to come out when it did.
Right.
I was just at work. Mass hit me up earlier today, roughly shortly after I woke up. Actually, I'm pretty sure he sent it while I was sleeping.
Right.
And just responded when I responded to him. But Mass did say he was dropping a song today, and he's got something super special dropping very soon. I will not tell you the day or what it is until he decides to announce it. So.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm super excited about that one as well.
So now you just got to wait for that too.
I do, but not near as long as we've waited for this.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Now, with that being said, though, so this is Massive Man and Masetti. The song is called Die Alone. Now, initially, when I think of the song, of the name of a song, Die Alone, I think of Eminem's Die Alone.
Okay.
Which is a very good song.
Okay. I can't think of it off the top of I know that I've heard it, guys. It's just...
I think I've reacted to
off the top of my head, I cannot bring the lyrics of it up to...
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I mean, anytime we get Mass and Masetti together, it's always a fantastic
always a great track, yeah. The two of them together are amazing.
Fucking gold. And then, yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Cool.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I've been ready.
I know. You're psyched.
Like 8 hours.
He's hyper.
Like a night's worth of sleep worth of waiting.
So it's kind of like Christmas Day.
I did sleep for 3 of those hours.
Yes, I know.
At work.
Yes, I know.
I'm feeling good.
Which is also why you have way more energy than I do right
also
now.
Also true.
Yes.
Okay. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to react to this as if you have already seen it. If you have not seen it, please click the link in the description below. Hop on over, watch the video, leave a like, leave a sub, comment, let me know we sent you, and then come on back. And we say that because we are a reaction breakdown channel, we will be pausing to talk, pausing to talk about the video, the lyrics, how it makes us feel.
Correct.
Stuff like that.
The singing with Masetti. There's probably singing. Probably. That's not pausing.
And then as an added extra warning, we do tend to have very inappropriate humor. We try not to bring it out all the time, but it does happen from time to time. So if we happen to say something that offends you, feel free to comment down below. We just will ignore you. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to slash it up and break it down. This is Massive Man and Masetti with
Die Alone.
Die Alone. Let's get it.
I don't wanna die like this, die like this. I don't wanna rise like this, try like this. I don't wanna die like this, die like this. I don't wanna die like this, die. I hate to see the pictures that you post. It only takes me back to better times when we were close. I guess it was your company I'm missing now the most. A pill that's hard to swallow knowing this is what I chose. But we don't miss like water and gasoline. It's too much on the line that you ask of me. Changing my path would be a tragedy. Turning our love into catastrophe. Just a memory in my head that I try to forget. I wonder if they lie when people say they have no regrets. Focus on my shortcomings, wonder why I'm depressed. Smoke a half ounce in a day to numb the pain in my chest. It isn't right, I know it.
It's a breakup song. Or a
post breakup
song.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like Gatsby should be on this song.
Haha. That is what he is good at.
For those of you that don't know who Gatsby is, Gatsby is the homie. He, Mass, actually, if you ever want to do another breakup type song, he would be an excellent person to get a hold of.
He just tends to have more of those than anything else.
Right.
That's what the joke is.
Yes.
I'm really liking that Masetti is switching between
singing
and melodic rap, but no regrets. I mean, I can't say that I don't have regrets, but I can say that I've never looked back on past relationships and been like, I miss you.
I think the only time it happened was after my divorce. And I've spoke on this, honestly, is probably the catalyst that started my battle with depression.
Right.
Was the divorce. And again, I don't... I kind of wavered back and forth after it happened on why it would have me depressed. For the most part, I knew us no longer being together was what needed to be done.
Right.
We were not good together. But at the same time, I think a lot of it was also me battling with not being able to see my kids every day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Was it the actual relationship, or was it the children?
And I think the only part of it being, in terms of the actual relationship, is just... And for me, and it's like this for so many other people too, sometimes it's easier for us to be comfortable in our misery than to experience change.
Yep. It's what you know. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I can get that part. I just, I think by the time that I've ended up leaving, I've needed to leave for so long.
Right.
That I don't miss them. Do I miss the comfort of being in the familiar? Sure. But I don't actually look back on the person and be like, I miss you and I'm going to die alone. Or, I mean, I might say I'm going to die alone, but it's certainly not worth going back.
You're not going to die alone, baby.
No.
You've got me.
I'm talking about the feeling afterward. I've definitely felt like I'm
seppuku.
Please don't.
Sudoku. I'm committing Sudoku.
Yeah, commit Sudoku.
In your honor.
That's fine. That would be a sucky thing in my honor.
Sudoku?
You're going to go do some math in my honor?
Yes. Because you hate math.
Yeah, exactly. Honor. That is why.
Now you're getting the joke. I wouldn't do Sudoku in your honor, baby. Maybe
in my armor. In my armor.
Now I am now burying you in a suit of armor.
Screw up all the words. I'm
going to bury you to make you look like
one of the medieval knights.
Joan of Arc.
Hey, I'm all for it. Far better than burying me in some sort of ratty ass dress. Yes.
I'm depressed. Smoke a half ounce in a day to numb the pain in my chest. It isn't right, I know it. Drown the pain and mow it. Never tried to show it, but I fear emotions that I might have to do this all on my own. And that's a drag to think that I can have you having my back. Heart attacks. I don't wanna die like this, die like this. I don't wanna rise like this, try like this. I don't wanna die like this, die like this. I don't wanna die like this, die. I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die.
And I think that is fun fact. Unless you die with your significant other in like a plane crash or car accident, you always die alone.
Everybody does.
Everybody does. But I definitely understand he means from a more emotional standpoint.
Right.
And I think that's honestly when I'm in a bad relationship, I have often thought in the past, I really wish I never would have experienced what love was like to begin with.
Right.
Because there's a saying that says it's better to have loved and then lost than never, but rather than never to have loved at all.
Right.
And I call bullshit.
Right. You're like,
because here's the difference.
I know.
Never being in love means you've never experienced pain. Now, you've never experienced the closeness with somebody.
Right.
But I don't know. Sometimes the pain far outweighs in the mind.
Right. I mean, like, I'm trying to, even from like a pet ownership standpoint, like, it's devastating when you lose a pet that you've had for a long time. But in the long run, like, I have all these great memories. So I don't know. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I don't know.
I'm far more cynical, apparently.
No, I mean, but here's the thing. You immediately went for the people relationship, and I automatically went for the animal relationship. I'm like, yeah, we can bypass all the people because, they just suck. Right. But I do almost like how this is phrased, because he started off saying, like, I get it. We don't mix like gasoline and water. So, like, he knows that their relationship wasn't what it needed to be lasting.
Right.
But then he just said, it's a pill that I chose. I could have had you having my back all this time. And now here I am in a situation where I'm pondering this and like missing you. And it is that back and forth mentality, even in his lyrics, even in how he wrote it. It's like, because again, I guess maybe I do all of this back and forth stuff way before I end up leaving. Because I do. I mean, like, I don't miss the person, obviously. I miss the closeness we had initially. I'm still with the person. But it's like my brain and heart are doing this weird, like, almost pros and cons list before I leave. And then when I'm gone, it's like I do miss the security, maybe the home we had, maybe animals that got divided up, maybe some of the friends that ended up, not being so mutual.
Right.
So on and so forth. But by the time I'm done, like, I'm not emotionally connected to that person anymore.
Fun fact, this is the longest it's ever felt like being in a new relationship.
How long have we been together?
We're about 3 months away from a year.
Holy shit, that long? Okay, you are correct then. I'm like, wait, no, actually I did move here a while ago, didn't I?
Well, I am now officially considering our dating to have started when I met you in Texas.
Yeah, no, but still, even...
And that was February 8th? Or no, earlier than that, February 2nd?
No, you flew on the 8th.
Was it the 8th? Yeah.
Yeah, but I moved here still, it was like 8 months ago now. So that's still a lot longer than my mind was. Yeah, so, okay. All right.
I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die. Die alone. Die alone. Yeah.
I hate when I'm alone, I'm hoping you come back. I've been staring at my phone that holds my whole past. Scrolling it so fast, love is a hard task. Praying we stay together, but knowing it won't last. Sorry if you hate me, but lately it's getting crazy. I've been taking medication, the vision is still hazy. Depression at its worst, and I deal with...
He hit an...
Huh?
I just spilled coffee all down my front.
Good job.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, you guys missed it?
No, they didn't. They got to see that full on.
No, you missed her go into fucking superhero mode for her coffee. So I was moving.
It's just paying more attention to you, Mass, than I was my coffee.
I was moving my tray. What you guys don't see over here is I've got a tray that I use as like my mouse pad and things like that, and it holds assorted things. And she had set her coffee on the tray right in front of me, okay? And I had started to move the tray closer. Please understand, my Mountain Dew did not move at all.
Yeah, but that's also a screw cap. Like, he's moving the coffee, like, scooting it on the carpet, and I'm seeing it, like...
The point I'm saying is, the Mountain Dew didn't move at all. Neither did her coffee, okay?
It's my coffee.
And
apparently only I'm allowed to spill it.
As soon as I started moving the tray, she like went into heart attack mode, ran and almost tackled.
It was actually a heart attack mode, yeah.
Almost ran and tackled the fucking coffee.
That's fun.
And now she's just spilling it on herself.
Correct.
Now
I've distracted you from...
No.
Okay.
Not really. So,
sorry, guys.
Lyrically, I mean, I definitely can relate to this, at least at some point in life. I mean, me and my ex-wife, I think, broke up like 4 times before we finally decided to actually get a divorce.
Right.
And it would get, like the first time, and maybe the second time, like the first couple times it happened, like, I would constantly, like, sit there and stare at my phone, hoping she'd get a hold of me for whatever fucking reason.
Right.
The last 2 times after that, I kind of stopped caring. But
Everybody goes through detachment in different ways.
I also paused to say, I don't know how he did it, but he looks like a disembodied head.
It's because he's wearing a black shirt with a black background. Yeah.
And now I'm getting pictures of like the Haunted Mansion.
Grinning Ghosts.
Yes.
Yes. That was a good one. I mean, it sucks. But I've definitely been in part of this situation before. I mean, he's talking about taking the medication and depression at its worst, and he's dealing with it on the daily. Like, I've been there, but I guess when I didn't take the medication. And that was because the medication sent me straight to apathy. Like, I cared about nothing.
Right.
And that included all the good stuff, too. So, you know, I mean, because like I said, it may be simply I'm not experiencing these emotions after I've left so much as I'm experiencing them before I leave.
Right.
But I definitely, I'm not one that sits and stares at my phone per se, but I will like sit in. I think it's almost in a way. I'm not comparing pain here, but it's almost in a way worse to sit in a house with the person and be ignored and experience that.
Honestly, it is a lonelier feeling being with somebody and still feeling alone,
right,
than just being alone.
Right.
I can
And
relate to that
ignored,
100%.
not just like alone, but like you're not worth anything to them because so many other things are interesting to them, and you may even try and say something to them and just be ignored. It's like talking to a wall. They don't even respond. And I don't know. I feel like that is almost more damaging than being by yourself and staring at a phone.
Yes.
Crazy, I've been taking medication, the vision is still hazy. Depression at its worst and I deal with it on the daily.
Somebody save me.
We can make it work as long as you wanna try. As long as we stay together, then baby it's you and I. Maybe we gon' die, but never gon' be alone. As long as when I'm calling, you always answer the phone. Never a dial tone, never a dull moment. Cause every time I say that I love you, I show emotion. I notice that you know it, I'm hoping we stay focused so we can last together forever inside the
I don't
moment.
wanna die like this.
I don't know if I 100% agree with everything there.
You first, because that's almost what I was just about to say.
I don't think the whole as long as you answer the phone every time I call.
Right, that's a little
It's
slightly obsessive,
yeah.
verging on. I mean, I get what
Which I
I
think-
get what I think he's trying to say,
Right.
which is more like I'm not getting your voicemail and dial tone, which is what I would be getting if we were separated.
Right.
Versus like you have to pick up every single time I call, which is if that's the problem, Matt, we need to talk.
Yeah. Do not get me wrong. I know some guys like that though.
I know some chicks. I know actually quite a few like that. But we still need to talk if that's the way that it was meant.
I only continually blow your phone up until you answer if I got like food plans. Like, hey,
right.
I'm stopping to get food.
You
Like
hungry?
it happened tonight. I called her and she didn't answer. I messaged her. I was like, hey, call me. And then I called her like 2 times in a row. Finally, she called back. I was like, hey, I'm
My
stopping
phone
for
never
food.
rang. It did that thing again.
I figured because
My phone.
anytime I get 2 rings and it goes straight to, hi, I'm traveling down the rabbit hole right now.
That is my voicemail, people.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Yeah, no, it didn't even log your calls. My phone likes to do that. It knows me too well. Just in general.
It's
Not
like,
because
motherfucker,
of
she's
Nick,
ignoring
just like,
you
don't.
and everyone else.
The other thing that I was going to say is that since they have already both, to a degree, Mass not quite as much in his lyrics as how Masetti started off, discussed that it's not a perfectly healthy relationship to begin with,
Right.
then I feel like the lyrics that say, you know, we can stay together so that we don't die alone. I forget exactly how he put it, but it something along those lines is like, I personally would rather die alone than stay in
a toxic situation.
Yeah, just so that I'm not alone.
Right.
Now, I do know a lot of people that are so terrified of dying alone that they just want to be in a relationship.
I don't necessarily think I'm afraid of dying alone. I'm more afraid of just being forgotten. Which, I mean, let's be fair. When I die, it doesn't matter if I'm forgotten or not. But just as it's something that's always in the back of my mind. Like, I want to leave an imprint big enough on people that I'm just not like,
Right. And see, I have never...
Like, that's my biggest fear.
I've never particularly cared about either. Like, in terms of a legacy, I mean, there's a couple of things. First of all, I never wanted my own kids.
Right.
So I never expected that I was going to be leaving progeny. I wasn't going to be leaving anything to my children. That's not, I mean, nephews and nieces, sure. Your kids, sure, but not biological children of my own. So, and I've never wanted them. So that was from a very early age. That was not part of my mindset. I'm also such an introvert that I knew that unless the novel that I've been working on comes to light, which I probably will still write with a pen name, stuff like that. Like, again, I'm not looking for personal recognition. Like, would I like to fund something that makes enough of an impact to save a species? Sure. Animal-wise, people. Save yourself. But
well, technically humans are animals. Keep going.
But, I don't really care if people remember my name or not. I think some of that stuff is too much of a focus for some people. I think that's the only way for me to phrase that without getting into a whole philosophical conversation.
Okay.
Stay focused so we can last together forever inside the
I don't
moment.
wanna die like this, die like this. I don't wanna rise like this, try like this. I don't wanna die like this, die like this. I don't wanna die like this, die alone. I don't wanna die alone, die alone. You never told me where we stood, where we fall, why you kept all your walls or flaws. They were brought up and just swept away. So I don't think it's best I stay, but I don't wanna die like this.
I really liked that.
I did too. I really liked the beat and just their flow. I mean, obviously, like we said before, anything that both of them do together is gold.
Right. I kind of want a Masetti of man. I have a habit of mixing Massive Man's names with other people. I did it in the live when he was with what is his name? Analyst. And I said, when are we going to get another Massive Manalist track?
Nice.
So now it's Masetti of Man.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying. I think they could put an album together and be fantastic.
Right. I mean, I wonder if the Die Like This isn't almost a double, because they're talking about the ending of relationships. Like, they don't want the ending of the relationship to go out like that. Not the die alone part, but the die like this. Because that tends to come right after they're talking about, like, this is how our relationship should not be working out, but I kind of want it to work out because I don't want to die like this. And then they go into die alone.
Right.
So I don't wonder if that part is a little bit of a double. I really liked it sonically. It's very pleasing. I would definitely put it on a playlist, not just because I support both of these guys, but because
It's a good song.
relate to enough of it.
Right.
But then there are those few little parts that I'm like, well. But I know a lot of people very much like this, so you know.
Right. Now, I mean, again, obviously, it'll go on a playlist for me. Now, I had a point. Okay. I do feel, and again, it's almost going to sound hypocritical, but in my experiences, if you're finally to a point where you realize things are just not going to work, it always works out better when you end it. It could definitely be frightening to do so, because there's always this overhanging thought of, I'm never going to find somebody that's going to accept me for who I am.
Right.
I'm never going to be happy with anyone because of who I am.
Right.
It's scary to go from, again, being comfortably miserable to not knowing what's going to happen in life.
Right.
But I have noticed, in the past, if you're somebody that's struggling with the idea of wanting to stay with somebody because, you know, you're afraid you're going to be alone the rest of your life.
That's not enough of a reason.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I even had kids tied into my marriage that made me want to stay, but at the end of the day, it ended up, it
Right.
honestly gave me freedom.
Well, it made everybody miserable, too, because it's not good for kids to see that kind of... I mean, because kids pick up on vibes, even if you try and keep arguments or depression or any of that stuff away from them.
Right.
So it's good for them to see both of their parents happy, even if they're not happy together.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's a fair amount on this topic that we could go into, but, you know, if you're stuck in a place that you know the relationship isn't good, promise you there are better things on the other side. And part of this whole wanting to go back is going to be fear of change, but part of it's going to be either yourself or words that have been said to you by the toxic partner that nobody's ever going to want you, or they won't accept certain flaws, or I promise at some point you will find someone. So, or work on yourself, and if they are fixable traits that need to be fixed legitimately and not just because someone told you that they need to be, then, you know, be better for the future.
All right, guys. So that is going to do it. Massive Man, Masetti, you guys did an excellent job, as always. So
Never fails.
never fails. With that being said, if you guys like the video, slash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of Massive Man and Masetti's Die Alone? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response. That's also a great place to leave requests.
Yes. With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see depraved people later. Bye.